everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Courtney. I am going to show you the Boy Beat everyday clean up the skin, add in some contouring and highlighting, not really looking like you have a lot of makeup on, but take care of any things that you want to change. Makeup is wonderful. I love it. It's so transformational. That's why I wear it myself. Let's get started. That was a long intro. I hate that. Sorry. All right, I'm going to start off with skin. In my other videos, I went kind of right into prepping and priming, but for today, I'm going to start off with my skincare. I start off with Origin's Original Skin. You're not supposed to. You don't really aren't supposed to do anything. I like to be low waist, so I just put a couple of drops. They say to put it on a cotton ball, but that's just wasteful. I put a couple drops and then just throw it all over my face. I really like it because I can feel my skin texture change as soon as I put it on. So it just gets a lot smoother. I drink a lot of water throughout the day, and I drink a lot of alcohol at night. So I have to balance that. Next, I like to use a serum. This is the Fresh Rose Deep Hydration Face Serum, and I'll link all these down below, but I'll talk you through it while I'm doing it. Again, couple pumps, and then just rub it in. Skin underneath your eyes is different than the skin on your face. The skin on your face is different than the skin on your body. So it's a good idea to use certain products for certain places, just because science. So I just go right under my eyes. That was MAC Fast Response Eye Cream. I like this because it has caffeine in it, and caffeine applied topically, helps to deep puff. And as you can see, when you ingest it, it speeds things up. Anyway, now I'm going to go in with my priming. So, Smashbox Primerizer all over. Primer is good because it kind of gives that little bit. Your skincare absorbs into your skin. The primers kind of sit more on top of the skin, so it gives a little bit of a barrier for your makeup. Now, Lumi lotion. I think so, yeah. The little dollop. That's pretty much my skincare and priming that I do every day. Takes not a lot of time, but it really makes a difference with what your skin looks like. Oh crap, I forgot my moisturizer. Well, I use Weleda Skin Food. This stuff is really good. It's very, very thick. It smells heavenly. I like it on my skin. I've been using it for years. A little bit of Lucas Pawpaw. Put a little dollop of that on my lips. But if you find that you're getting chapped lips, it's usually because of your diet and that you're not drinking enough water. Sorry, you have to drink water, a lot of it, throughout the day. And then you'll see a difference in your skin. Another thing that I use for my lashes, because I have really thin lashes, but I've been using this for years, hasn't changed my eye color, Fly Lash. I love this stuff. It's, I think like a 3-month supply is $70, but they do, if you give them your email address to subscribe. I don't know about this. Anyway, they have sales, so that's when you can stock up. But this much, you apply it once or twice a day, every day until you get to the length that you want, and then you can do like every other day. But I still do every day because I'm a drag queen. Anyway, on to foundation. So if you want something to look like skin, I like to use a foundation that does that. You can manipulate different types of foundations, more full coverage foundations, by shearing them out, with moisturizer or using a brush to apply them. Again, I don't like to use sponges, even though I know beauty blenders and things like that are great and they give you a look to the skin. But I find that I can do that with my fingers, and then I don't have to add that to a landfill eventually. I also love brushes because those you can wash. If you invest in good brushes, you can do all those techniques. That's just my opinion. So a little bit, I do like a pea-sized drop of the MAC Face and Body, and then I just kind of press it in with my hands, and the warmth from your hands kind of like sets that into the skin and gives you a really nice texture. It's minimal, not minimal coverage, but like a low coverage, that's not the right word, but you can build it up if you wait for it to dry, settle in. I don't think I need more coffee. Okay. I'm gonna go in with my concealer. See, concealers, I do like to use a fuller coverage because you use a little bit of it. You don't need to use it all over your face. If you have a blemish, I wouldn't, if you're using something that's more like a liquid or something that has like less coverage, I feel like it builds up more texture on the skin. That's from what I've experienced. So under my eyes, I have puffiness and I have a little bit of discoloration. So I use two different colors. So for the first color, I know you can't really see it on the camera, but it's a little bit darker than my skin. Just because I don't want that puff to be highlighted, I kind of want to set that back a little bit or trick the eye into making it appear that it's a little bit further back than how puffy it really is. And then with a lighter color, I'm using MAC Studio. I've depotted them so they're like this. And then with a lighter color that's a little bit lighter than my skin tone, I'll go in and just apply it with a brush right where that shadow is. So with concealer, unless you have a lot of discoloration under the eye, you can just strategically put it. I like this, like, it's a C. That's really where you need the concealer. Get it? It starts with a C. I'm using, this is a Chanel brush that I stole from Nordstrom when I used to work there. But I don't think they make it anymore. So MAC 242 brush, which is next. So I applied this under my eyes first, just because my concealer, since you move your skin around your eyes a lot, especially if you're expressive, that I don't want to move. The rest of my skin is more, I'm using more self-setting products, so you don't need as much. So with what's left on my brush, I like to tap off the excess and then just go once over. But this is really nice, and I feel like it doesn't show the texture as much. I feel like there's like light diffusers in it, which is, I love technology. Next, I'm going to use the MAC 188 brush. Again, this is a good staple brush because I'll use this for quite a few products that I'm using. I'm going in with Sculpting Powder by MAC called Sculpt. And I'm just going to carve in. Again, this is about if you have a rounder face, or if you want to give the illusion that you have higher cheekbones or more slender, just looks, you know, more pleasing to the eye. Contouring is great because, again, you're tricking the eye into thinking like, oh, that's recessed back, so look at her cheekbones. So I put that just right there. And then, so you don't, oh, I don't want to say that. I was gonna say something stupid. Not that the rest of this video is really intelligent. But anyway. So both sides. Because you're not just gonna do one. Okay. Right there, I'll put a little bit in my temples. and then right along the jawbone. I go underneath the jawbone. You don't want to go on the jawbone unless you want to make your face look a little bit squished isn't a good word, but that's the only one that's coming to me. Next, I'm going to warm up the skin tone and kind of blend that sculpt out with a large brush. This one is from OCC. I think you still can get these. I linked them in my other videos. I'll link it again, but I think this place in New Zealand, but it's worth it. They're beautiful brushes. They're made with love, and they're all vegan, even down to the adhesive that keeps them together. So that I'll just apply a little bit more liberally in the area. If you go too far down, you're gonna make this pop out and this squashed. I need another word. Get me a thesaurus. So you kind of want to just kind of keep it in that mid area. Again, I have a huge forehead, so I try to contour that to give the appearance that it's smaller. Look, I have a smaller forehead already. And then again, under here. You can also go down your neck. Okay. And I'm gonna go in with my highlighter. This can all be done really haphazardly. That's why if you have the right brushes, they do all the work for you. Or a lot of the work for you. I'm gonna go in with the 188 brush again, multiple use, great brush. This is a very old MAC mineralized skin finish when it had like a duo for the highlighter, but I think this, I think they still make the soft and gentle. I think that is either that or something close to it. I like to apply that right here to the apple of the cheek because that'll bring that forward and that looks very nice. You don't need a lot of it. That's why the 188 brush is really good because it picks up a little bit of product and applies a little bit of product. I'm also going to go in with the actual highlighter. This I just like to put on top of the skin a light dusting of it because it also makes the skin look dewier because it has that slight frost to it. I'm all about the dewiness. Same brush, NARS Orgasm? I think it's Orgasm. And that I will go over everywhere that I contoured. You can skip this step if you just want to give more of like a bronzy look. I like to add in a little bit of color because I'm old. Let me add a little bit more highlight. Again, you can skip this part if you don't want too much glow to the skin. I'm using the Colourpop in Wisp with my finger because I'm just pushing it into everything else that I have there. I don't know if you can see. I love this one. It's kind of like a cream powder. Eyes. Small brush because I'm going underneath here. I'm using another one of the Sculpt powders from MAC. This is Definitive. So just any dark shadow will do. You can use something with a frost, but it won't be as dark as if you use something that's matte. I'm using another OCC brush. If I can't find it, or if you don't want to order from New Zealand, I don't know why you wouldn't, I will try to find a dupe and list it below. But again, just, I say again because I probably did the same exact makeup in another video. The length of the lashes that you have down here is the amount of eyeliner that your eye can take without really changing the dimensions of the face. So I don't have too long of lashes down there. So I find that the eyelash doesn't work on the lower lashes, only on the upper lashes. But just throw a little bit under there. It opens up the eye. You can throw a little in the outer corner The further you take that color out, the more elongated your eye will go. And I like it pretty elongated. Don't worry about blending it out because you're going to use another brush and another shadow, and that'll do that because it's a little bit lighter, it's a little bit warmer, and it'll blend it out. So I'm basically just throwing it right in here, almost like a straight line. But if you kind of just, what is this called? Little circles? Oh my god. That'll blend it out pretty easily. I'm taking a little bit on my brush, tap off the excess so that you don't get any fallout. And then just do the same thing. And there you go. You can put a little bit of highlight on the inner corners. That will bring your eyes more apart if you have like closer set eyes. I find on my face it doesn't look as great, so I don't do it. Another trick, if you find that your makeup is covering like beauty marks, I have one here, it's a dead giveaway that you have a lot of makeup on. So I will just add it back in. This is a brow pencil. Again from MAC, I think it's called Stud. But that goes back, and then it gives the illusion that it's more skin, more like skin. More skin. Brows. Here it is. So for eyebrows, like I said, I've been trying to grow them back. I've been using Eyebrow. I think it is actually starting to work. With the eyelash and the eyebrow, it takes time because you're gonna shed your natural cycle of lashes and then new ones have to grow in, and those are the ones that are all like pumped up on eyelash and eyebrow. So, but I think it is working. I have a lot of problems with my brows. So I like to fill in wherever I need to. I'm using a lighter color. I think this is blonde for MAC, and I don't want to buy pencils anymore or try not to use pencils when I don't need to. You can just use a brush and eyeshadow, but sustainability, use what you have first. So trying to get through this, and I'm almost there. So I have this little area that I want to fill in because I want this to be straighter. I'm using a lighter color because I don't want to see a very distinct brow. I want it to be softer. And if I have hair, or even if there's like a little bit missing there, I don't care because I want it to look a little bit more natural. Just like a better version of my brow. I want them to be a bit thicker, so I'll go and line the top. I'm just using the side of the pencil, not straight on, because it goes a lot faster. And then I just create more of an arch and then fill in the part that I plucked out once and never go back. If you want to shape your brows, they have these little razors now. It's wasteful, but because then it will grow back. Don't pluck, don't thread, unless you have like amazing brows that will not quit. I do not. So again, I like to straighten this out because I have more of a round brow, and then I have a rounder eye, and I don't want to look like that. I want to look more elongated. So just by applying a little bit of color there, I'll help to take care of that. Curl your lashes. You don't have to, but if you do want the eye to appear more open, if you're tired, curl your lashes, and that makes a huge difference. So for me, some people will do like 3. They'll start at the root, then they'll go in the mid, and then they go up so that they have a more progressive lift. I like them to just be like, bam, once, done. I do like 3 squeezes right by the lash line. Just make sure you're not grabbing the top, your top lid, because that hurts. I've done it a lot. And then that just gives more of a pushback look, more open eye. And you can stop there with the makeup. You don't need to wear or apply mascara. I'm going to, because I like that look, but for just an everyday, you can just stop it here and you'll look like you're just more fresh face. Jeanne Damas does this. She looks so beautiful. She doesn't wear a lot. She's known for a bold lip. If you don't know who she is, I would recommend looking her up. She's really cool. She's like the French it girl. But she just mainly focuses on like a red lip, and then she'll just curl her lashes, and she's also just beautiful. But this is the Monsieur Big by Lancome. I'm still using this. It's starting to run out pretty fast, which I don't like. They say you're supposed to, or people that are selling mascara to you say that you should buy mascara. Oh my god. Every 2 weeks, but for a $30 price point, I'm gonna milk this. There are no rules. You can just apply mascara to the top lashes. I find on myself, I do not like that. On others, I think it looks really great. But when I try it, I'm like, something's wrong. So I like to get as much mascara on my upper lid as possible. No, we don't. But if that does happen to you, and that happens to me all the time, let it dry, and then I'll show you how to just gently scrape it off. But if you go into it right now or get flustered, it'll just smear all over the place and make things worse. So just leave it, get as much as you want up there. We'll get rid of it. I wish I could grow these lower lashes. I think they'll look so beautiful. But, alas, nothing yet. Okay. So, I'm just gonna use that much, and I'll probably put a lot more on throughout the day, because mascara always takes so long to build up on my lashes. Because they're so thin. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Okay. Good enough. Now, you can go in with a gloss, you can go in with a lip conditioner. I'm gonna do that afterwards, but I'm gonna go in with Etcetera. This is a lip liner from MAC. I believe they still make it. For this look, I don't want a really precise lip line, so I'm not making it perfect. I'm just kind of like, not stippling it, but lightly going over my natural lip line. Just to add a little bit more color. This is Nug. This is MILKKush Balm. It looks really pretty. Really nice for the first 2 seconds. And then it's gone. But it's a lip conditioner, so it's going to be absorbed by your lip. But you can just reapply throughout the day in the mirror. And that is pretty much it. And you can use this as like an everyday, if you're gonna go out later, have this for daytime, and then it's so easy to add more color or more drama to give more nighttime look. Yeah, so let me know if this was helpful to you, if there's anything that you want to, or me to discuss further. And now I'm gonna go pick out an outfit that I would wear with this look. Okay, so this is something that I would pair with this look. I just added some round glasses that my son got me. I bought this off of my friend Phelpsy. This is a Rick Owens sweatshirt, which I really love. They're usually stupid expensive, but I bought it off of him because he got himself another one. It's all like ripped up, but I just think it adds to it. And then these are vintage 501 buttonfly jeans that I rolled up. And then I just paired them with, I don't know if you can see that, I could probably just do this. Paired them with some fishnet socks and Gucci loafers that I got off of the Real. Again, stupid expensive, but if you buy second hand, you get them much cheaper. So I think these were like $200. And then this is my friend Amelia Arsenic, her band tee that I just cut into a cold shoulder top. And this was an earring that I had as a kid. It's really pretty and it's jade. I lost the other one, of course. So I just made that into a pendant and put it on this gold chain that I stole from my grandmother. Drew up the hair, and then that's it. Okay. Totally forgot to show you how to get rid of that mascara, but it should be dry by now. So what you're gonna do, I like to take a spoolie. And then just gently use it to scrape that off. And then that's pretty much it. All right. Well, thank you again for watching. Please subscribe. That really helps. And like and comment below if there's anything that you would like to see, anything that's helpful to you, or how you... And